Konami has backpedaled on the horrendous Time Wizard format changes that they announced just hasn't even been a week ago. I think it was Sunday, Saturday, like just this past weekend, and they're already retracting, sort of. Let's talk about it. So, let me switch over to the screen over here, the screen of screams. We'll see that they have updated. It's in the same space on Yugioh-card.com under the World Championship Qualifier, Public Event Information. They say, what are the rules for a Time Wizard tournament updated? Time Wizard events will use the available cards, forbidden and limited list, rule regarding draw on the first turn, and the dueling field selected Time Wizard format. New. Time Wizard formats will use the game mechanics and card text of the era in question at the North American Qualifier 2025. This is an update to an earlier FAQ. In the future, we will offer the TCG version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel's time travel format, which uses current card mechanics and card text, but older card pools. Both Time Wizard and Time Travel will be offered at the OTS level. So this is big, but we need to clarify some important things about this. So the primary thing, the benefits of this is that now the local scene and this upcoming tournament will be perfectly allowed to have priority. They will have original card text, so your Goyo Guardian and your Blackluster Soldier are just perfectly fine. And this is a huge win for the community. This was just a cataclysmic disaster for a lot of people when looking at Konami making this seemingly random decision to try and get pennies on the dollar. They wanted to convert players to it, but it ultimately harmed the group that were the primarily players of these retro formats, the people that really brought these up and made them what they are today. So with the Time Wizard and Time Travel formats, local scenes have both options. So you can play the retro format or you can play the modern retro format. I guess I don't know what the exact term for it is aside from time travel, because it kind of means the same thing, right? Are you time traveling or are you not time traveling, right? Like, are you using time magic or are you not landing on the time roulette properly? And if so, then well, that's the problem. One thing that we need to specify here, going back to the screen here, is that it specifies the North American World Championship qualifier. So we'll have to wait and see if future Konami-driven events will follow the Time Wizard format and not the Time Travel format. Because it sounds like, while official tournament stores can follow either one, it kind of sounds like the big tournaments might be following Time Travel moving forward. And if so, it leaves OTS stores in kind of an awkward place. So now either that they can have both or have Time Wizard, but not have the one that's gonna ultimately benefit the players who wants to enter the larger tournaments, or they just hold the one and then you're also alienating a whole lot of other people. So it makes it really finicky, let's say. Let's check out what Reddit here says. So this is a Reddit post that was posted 11 hours ago as of this recording. I'm recording this in the morning of June 13th. This user says, just stop being lazy, Konami, and have a dedicated resource for ruling, similar to Wizards of the Coast in the companion app. Yes, absolutely. I feel like a lot of this could have been solved easier if Konami would just have better legacy support. The kind of support that the communities of various retro formats, especially the big ones like GOAT and Edison, have been creating and finding and jotting down throughout the years. The fact that Konami just doesn't have like anything like this is still absolutely insane. Like, obviously there's a lot of cards and a lot of rulings. I don't know, man, it's your game. Like, can't you just, do it, I guess? Or if not, just get through like the community. There's just some like separation here that Konami should be addressing that they're just not. And I think that's where a lot of the frustration comes from when you don't kind of look at some of the positive aspects of it, which is, you really have to be a lot more lenient towards Konami for those aspects, and I can see where that's frustrating, right? Where you're like, okay, they want to convert players, but this these other potential reasons that they haven't quite came out and straight up said makes it more frustrating when it's sometimes it comes off as laziness, right? Well, this confirms the theory that the Time Wizard changes were due to Master Duel. Makes sense. Konami wants to support Master Duel. People play it. It makes money. I can't say I blame them when it comes to that. They've only backtracked for the World Championship qualifier. The fact that they said they would support Time Wizard and time trial events at the OTS level specifically makes me think that they are still phasing out Time Wizard as we know it from YCS level events in the future. My main hope is that this means the time trial events on Master Duel are either permanent or more frequent. A rotation of the 3 formats would be great. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's just what I was saying. Like, it seems still a little bit on the sketchy side, but we'll just have to wait and see. Like, I think it's interesting that we're having both formats at the same time, and I think it would be really cool if we saw more of adjustments for, like, kind of the modern thing. But I highly doubt that. Even though it's already going to see adjustments enough, it's already kind of going to be like a modified Goat, a modified Edison in regards to priority and card text. It looks like they are just deferring the change and will attempt it again in the future. Gotta keep pestering that this isn't a change we want. Yeah, so this definitely feels like this rollback with an asterisk has been due to all of the community backlash and everyone just making videos and putting their voice out there to Konami, because it is scarcely a site that someone's like really defending Konami about this. There might be some sort of defenses, as I've expressed before. It definitely feels like something that they're like, okay, we're not gonna do this right now. We're gonna get people like a little happy, but then they're gonna like slowly kind of incorporate it back in, because for some reason they're like obsessed with doing this just because they're doing it in the first place, and just like their wording is very particular. You know, it wasn't something where they're saying, hey, we're gonna reassess the situation at a later date. No, it's like, no, we're having one, we're having two. OTS stores can do this because, quite frankly, for everyone I've talked to, it's like OTS stores are just gonna do their own thing anyway. But of course, you know, the OTS stores, the official tournament stores, don't want to get in a mess with Konami, because then Konami is going to stop supporting them, and you're going to lose money, and it's a whole thing, right? So I perfectly understand the annoyance when it comes to that. Again, like most people that play these formats play for a specific reason and a specific way. There's still a lot of people, at least on this Red thread, you know, still F you, but later on, like, people are still skeptical on it, and that's perfectly understandable. It looks like they still want to change it after Nats. But only in the TCG's equivalent Master Duels time travel format they're introducing after North American Qualifier alongside Time Wizard, instead of changing Wizard to all use modern card text. Silver lining, though, is that they are allowing this major and then OTS stores to continue doing what they want. So, like, that's a big win already. Like, I will absolutely take that. I wonder if they got spooked by the RBET. I mean, that's honestly a possibility, right? If people are going to make their own, like, big tournaments about it, and Konami just doesn't want to lose that sort of money. I mean, that's the reason why they did Time Wizard format in the first place, right? Like, I can perfectly understand Konami trying to backpedal when you have other people saying, hey, we're going to put our money into this, and we're just going to make our own money our own way. Konami don't like that. When you talk business to businesses, you have to talk them where the money is at. And clearly, this seemed to have an effect. And it seems like a lot of people are kind of on the same page, that how it's not a complete walkback, and high-level events are still kind of up the creek. But this at least alleviates the problems for the local level. For them, they're doing what should have been done and giving us the option to do one or the other. This is good. It's sketchy, but it's good. And that's a step forward. And I think a step forward is better than nothing. Obviously, this is still something that we have to fight for. Something that, you know, like, it'd be one thing if Konami like came out and just said there are like very specific reasons about this. But, like, let's be honest, people are still gonna be mad. Some of them are probably not gonna make any sense. And I think at least having your locals being able to have the Time Wizard rules is still a huge win, because not everyone is going to go to a major and play these retro-oriented events. So unless they have two side-by-side ones at these, like a Time Wizard and a Time Travel, that feels really confusing, and I really wish Konami would just pick a lane on this. If they want to stick to it, fine, go ahead. Because people are still going to do what they want. If they want to go back to retro Time Wizard style and stick with that, and never have done any of this stuff in the first place, then great, stick to that. No one complained before, as far as I'm aware. There might be a couple people, there might be like a child of one of the CEOs or something that it's like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing right. But if you're interested in playing these retro events, you're gonna look into them, right? You're gonna do some semblance of research, I would think, and if not, you're gonna play it and then you're gonna learn. That's what makes them interesting. It's finding the intricacies, is finding the how the cards work from historical standpoint. It's finding the different interactions that may be different from how they work currently, and all that stuff I find exceptionally interesting as someone who has a historical channel, because you know I'm a big history guy, right? Like I want to keep Yu-Gi-Oh historically accurate, and having all these different kind of things really muddy the waters, especially when you're having someone learn the game, because now that little Jimmy who was really confused before might be even more confused when some events are A and some events are B, and that A and B are drastically different. Ugh. Let me know what you think. Is this good? Is this bad? Any other lingering thoughts? Definitely let me know down in the comments below, and like, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, because who doesn't like jazz here? Until I see you all next time, have a wonderful day, and duel on, passionate duelist.